Hello, welcome. This is our August Illuminate group healing, our monthly light circle, and my name is Annie Nelson. So, thank you for all of you being able to show up, taking time out of your day, all of you light workers, earth angels, bringers of the dawn, magical humans. I am very grateful to be in company with you tonight. And as we start to acclimate to each other's energy, the angelic realm is showering us with love and support for those of us walking on the path of love. We're going to set this space sacred now and call in with gratitude and become in harmony with the violet flame of transmutation, the benevolent beings of light from our great and grand central sun, the Elohim, all the rays of the sun, uniting with our heavenly codes that assist us from our higher self soul expression, that vibrate at finer frequencies to guide us. We ignite the inner light of our mighty I Am presence, emitting a glow from in our heart space, breathing into our heart space, observing this light in our heart space, and allowing it to transcend obsolete patterns of separation and duality in ourselves, so we can model this in the world to our loved ones, to humans, all sentient beings. We now invoke the golden and violet rainbow dragons, our magical unicorn guides, and of course our guardian angels. So just say hello to your guardian angel. You can do it out loud because your microphone's off, and just sense where its presence is. Behind you, above you, below you, left, right, in front of you, in you. There we go. Okay, we invoke in the great archangels, the ascended masters, the Melchizedek beings, Isis, Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, Angel Mary, supporting us all right now in this time and space as we are co-creating a new earth together. We welcome in these beings from the illuminated truths, assisting humanity at this time so we take our next steps in growth and evolution. They're here and offer their support with ease and grace. And we allow and invite change right down to the core of our DNA to activate our ancient wisdom, ignite our internal light flames, etherizing our energies to rise out of the confines of the lower scales of reality. And so we already give thank you for this happening. We're going to pretend it's at the end of the session and already give thank you for it. There we go. So let's see each one of us as a ball of light gathered in the circle, really feeling your heart flame, your heart center, and the presence of this light around us that we have just called in, and especially your guardian angel. That might be the easiest one for you to feel. And in the center of these balls of light, we're each a ball of light and we're in a circle. And then the center is a pillar of light. And this is our I am light. All of our I am presence are just weaving into the center like a tree of life. And I command you, God, to place each person live or listening to the recording into a sphere of unconditional love from the ultimate dimension, each with our sacred points in the center and our divine blueprint of DNA activated to its highest potential. Okay, let's do the brain balance so that we shift to this fifth dimensional reality, right? So we have 5 fingers, we're coning them together for the 5 elements that are in this human body. And we are going to touch our brain with these elements and integrate our brain so our brain actually raises its vibration to fifth dimensional reality. Why fifth? Because we're trying to transcend duality. That's what the subject is tonight, healing duality with love. So we're trying to transcend the right or wrong, the dark, the light, into just unity consciousness. And we do that by integrating our right brain, which is our our intuitive mind. Some people call it the mind of God. So we're switching out of linear thinking from the day. So we cross our fingers, plug them into our head, and breathe. And your body, don't cross your legs, please. Your body may pull or rock or sway. There we go. And we just let this happen. Mm-hmm. And when you sigh, you'll feel the shift. Then put your other wrist in front, balancing our left side, right side brain hemisphere. Why? So we can be in fifth dimensional information and receive it. It comes in much easier when we receive it from an integrated brain. There we go. And when that feels nice, you place your hands outside your ears and run rainbow light through your brain, from your left hand to your right hand to your left hand through the brain, please. Rainbow light, rainbow, rainbow. Woo, until you feel that shift. Okay, great. Thanks. Okay. And as always, listen through the words. There's a message unique for each one of us through the words. So the topic is healing duality with love. So, where do you sense the duality in you? Where does this even topic light you up or says something to you? You can put it in the chat of what you're feeling the duality with, whether it's in your thoughts or relationships or how you're co-creating your reality with source, or that is the duality, you feel it in your body? Are you feeling at odds with how the world is showing up? Just give me a little sense of where you're at if you want to put it in the chat. And let's just define duality. So spiritually, duality refers to the experience of separation into opposites. Opposites that define life in the physical human realm: good, evil, war, peace, male, female, right, wrong, success, failure. It's a framework through which our soul perceives and learns while incarnated on earth. Yeah, so duality between the brain and the spirit. Thank you. Okay, that's interesting. That's good. I like that. Okay, good. And so at its core, duality is the illusion of separation, spirit and matter, so our body and our soul. There's an illusion of a separation, duality, right? Light and shadow, self and others, me, like me and you, our experience is divided, even though at our deepest level, everything arises from one source. But we forget this, and that's why it's easy to be mean. Ah. Okay, the realm of contrast. Joy is understood because we know sorrow. Love is understood because we've experienced fear. Duality creates the polarity that allows consciousness to expand through choice. Remember, just hear and feel through the words. The stage for growth. In a dual world, souls are presented with opportunities to evolve by navigating between extremes and integrating opposites and remembering unity within diversity. And so, this school of awareness, duality, invites us to move beyond judgment of good, judgment of bad, and instead see both as teachers that reveal where healing, balance, or deeper understood is needed. So, spiritually, duality isn't just about opposition, it's a mirror system. So we see the other. We can see then the other, if it's outside of us, as wrong, as separate. And it reflects back parts to ourselves that long to be recognized and reconciled. So when embraced with love, duality becomes the path back to unity consciousness, path back to unity consciousness, where opposites are harmonized and we recognize that The poles arise both from the same source. So the meaning of life is not hidden somewhere far away. It's alive in us. It means that life's purpose isn't something external we have to chase or discover in distant places or achievements or objects. It's already present within our own consciousness, our heart, and our soul. So life itself is an invitation to realize that. To awaken to love refers to the process of recognizing that our own true essence is love, unconditional, expansive, compassionate, and allowing that to guide our choices and interactions. So to grow in consciousness, to grow involved in consciousness, which is where we're at right now, we're balancing the right side, left side brain hemisphere, and we're inviting in fifth dimensional energy into our third dimensional reality. To grow in consciousness means cultivating awareness, seeing ourselves, others, and the world more clearly, understanding our patterns, our gifts, and lessons in every experience. It's about expanding beyond ego limitations into a deeper sense of unity with life. So, to embody the light of our soul here, feel this in your heart, emphasizes integration. It's not enough to simply know or feel love in a spiritual sense. We need to bring it into our daily lives, our actions, and our presences. Our soul's light becomes visible through how we live, how we heal, how we talk to ourselves, how we talk to others, how we uplift those around us. So, the meaning of life is a living process. It's an inward journey of awakening and an outward expression of love and light. This is how we are transforming duality with love. The meaning of life is to awaken to love, to grow in awareness, and to contribute to the greater whole. See where you feel that in your body. Just breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And see where you feel that in your body. And if anybody feels it distinctly somewhere in them, around them, just put that in the chat so I know everyone's with me. So life offers the gift of experience. We get joys, we get challenges, we get light, we get shadow. Through these experiences, we learn compassion, deepening our wisdom, and essentially embodying more of who we truly are. So each person's path is unique, but the thread that unites us is love. So learning to love ourselves, one another, and the world. And there you go. So now it shifts in our body. So life on the planet, a lot of people describe it in terms of epochs or ages. And like there's stages of development of life and consciousness. And so we get a handful of epochs in a certain period of time. And I find that it is helpful for the brain to see where we might be in that evolutionary growth. So we're going to look at the past, the a period of 26,000 years. Many spiritual teachers talk about epochs of time being 26,000 years. So I'm going to share the screen, a picture of what I'm talking about. Okay, epochs of time. Okay, so this is for human growth in consciousness. So the far left one is, can you all Can you all see that on your screens? I think you can. Far left one is light blue. You can pinch it with your fingers if you need to see it bigger. The age of any innocence. This is back in Lemuria, the land of Mu. This is the first 5,000-ish years in the 26,000 cycle that we're in. And it's the time of heart-centeredness to embody love and trust without fear and distortion. And its theme was pure awareness. We were in a much more less dense body at that time. We were more fluid. We didn't have the form that we have now. We weren't as dense as we are now. And um, our early human consciousness was aligned with nature and spirit. Very little ego separation at that point. And the purpose was to experience oneness with the initial spark of consciousness and matter. It's like grounding heaven on earth. Okay. And then we move to the age of duality and separation. And and I find this very interesting, called it almost like a virus came into the human consciousness with power struggle in the third chakra. And we're talking at Atlantis at this time. And even though we were awakening the mind, we were trying to learn how to use wisdom balanced with love. And its theme was experiencing polarity because this virus energy started to come into the third chakra, and we started to see ourselves different from someone. And duality started to get born, the illusion of separation. And so humans then began to identify more with their physical form, with their ego, with their individualized I instead of just hive mind consciousness. And so we began to sense suffering and fear and conflict. That emerged as part of our growth to learn through contrast, to learn through light and dark, good and evil, and start to awaken discernment and choice as an individuated person. So the third epoch of time, um, we get more material. The age of reason. This is post-Atlantis now. Strong intellect. This is where we were using science with power, where we had advanced technologies, which, as you know, the spiritual world is talking about this advanced technologies uh, coming to the earth again. They never left. They've just been hidden until there's enough consciousness on the planet to use it wisely. Why? So we don't blow things up, right? So we don't use nuclear power and blow things up. That we use it wisely. We use it within nature that we used to use it, where we were very technologically advanced. And so the theme in this post-Atlantis is we're developing structures and society and external learning and the human experience to have cultures and government, collective systems, and consciousness is heavily getting grounded in the material plane, as opposed to where Lemuria was more the etheric energy. So the purpose post-Atlantean has been to integrate duality into a functioning society. And we were testing, are we responsible with our knowledge and power? Which leads us to where we are now, the age of awakening, the fifth dimensional transition, our current epic for the last 2,000 years. Deep immersion into duality, materialism, war, separation, and also great spiritual seeking. The theme has been integration of spirit and matter, awakening to higher dimensions. Feel where you feel this in your body, around your body. So, our human experience right now is that many souls are remembering their multidimensional nature that we used to remember and working with energy and seeing energy and developing our clairs again and our chakras and our intuition and higher vibrations. Why? To harmonize the duality, to embody our soul's consciousness and transition towards unity awareness that we're one with everything. This is where the subject got birth through healing duality with love. This is where we are right now. We're in perfect step. And we're growing towards the last epoch in this 26,000 year period where we will be the age of unity, the golden age, the one that's emerging through Aquarius for the next 2,000 years, integrating our heart and our mind. This is where we can even broach the subject of healing something with love and let our spiritual technology be guided by love. This is what heart math is about, that we are the technology. A return of harmony like Lemuria, but through the physical form, where Lemuria wasn't very dense form like we have now. Now the invitation is to do it through the physical form. This really grounds it into Mother Earth when we do it this way. And as you all know, we're here to evolve with Earth. Peace on Earth is going to come through our hearts, grounding that into her together, evolving. So, the theme that we're going to be moving into is the collective consciousness moving towards unconditional love, cooperation, multidimensional awareness, that there is living universes beyond our universe. Remembering our divine nature and co-creating in alignment with cosmic order. Okay, see where you feel that? And see if you start to feel an expansion, expansiveness, maybe in your head, maybe in these upper chakras. If you do, put that in the chat so I know we're feeling the same thing. So the next epoch of times, our purpose would be to actually embody light, full integration of our body and our soul and our spirit, our essence on earth. So, very exciting. Very, very exciting. Okie dokie. Yeah, I feel it up here too. Woo-hoo! All right. Really expansive. Oh my God. I'm going to try to concentrate as we get all loopy here. Okay. So, most spiritual teachers and channelings suggest we're in this transition between the fourth and the fifth epoch, between awakening and unity consciousness, often called the fifth dimension. So, this is why we see both intense conflict and awakening. The old duality based systems are falling away, even though you may not think it is if you listen to the news. If you put your ear to the ground to the spiritual teachers, you will get a sense. If you do inner presencing a lot with your own guidance, you will get a sense that it is here. Some people are living in this heart-centered reality. Thank God, right? Ah, the old duality systems are going to fall away. And that's why we see so much conflict as these seeds of higher consciousness are flowering in individuals and groups. They just don't like to report about all the good stuff happening in the news. Don't want to get people too hopeful. So, in short, we are on the cusp of this new epic where human experience is moving from separation and duality towards integration. So, I'm going to put it on pause for a second, and I want to okay, so as we shift our awareness to away from what's wrong, what's wrong. Okay, there we go. And we shift our awareness to asking for our ability to digest more light. I think that's why sometimes it runs off of us because it's like these little rivers and streams got dried up and now we need to like dredge them out and get thicker lines of light to come in. So when we go into the inner presencing, if you want to picture that, I've been practicing that in what do you call it? Meditations. And there we go. We're just doing it now. Just letting the lines, all the meridians, our core line of light around our spine, let it widen. Let our spirit guides, our higher self, and our divine self come in and flow more water through our lines. Let more light, more flow, more plasma run through us. Some of them got uh, closed up, dried up. Phew, we're going to let, there we go. Good. Wow. I should have led with that one. That was a good one. Okay, so all right, back on track. Here we go. Okay. I want to read something together, a poem um, that we all do together with your microphones off. And I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that by hitting share. Oh shoot. I'm gonna do that like right. It's like here. Oh no, not that one. Hmm. It can't be far. Hold on. I gotta put it on pause again. Okay. Yeah. That's why people so many people have people run, help them run their Zooms because you get out of your mind and then you're like, what button does what? Okay, so here we are. We're going to read this together. Um, and then we will go inside and do inner presencing. So everyone should have their microphones off and take a nice deep full breath into our heart centers. I want you all to see a ball of light underneath you, your Earth Star chakra. Let's activate this Earth Star chakra. It should be a really big ball of silver plasma light. So if you sense that there is something weird down there and the chakra is off-centered or it's small or it's not pulsing, let's just take a moment to breathe into the Earth Star chakra. This is also called the Omega chakra. There we go. And just breathe life force into it. There. And let our roots grow down into this Earth Star chakra. Big, big ball of silver light, platinum light. Good. And just as you breathe into it, it'll start to spin. And then see above your head your alpha chakra. So we get the alpha and the omega chakra integrating through our hearts with a figure eight, an infinity loop. Okay, there we go. And we will read together what you see on your screen. Divine full source, Please enter into my shadows, hurts, bad memories, and places that I have abandoned myself. Heal me with your pure love, all the places that I have stopped loving and started judging. Help me remember the essence of my being and celebrate me home into the light, love, and integration. Thank you. I am love. I am whole. I am worthy of my own embrace. As I love myself, the world is healed. As I remember love, duality dissolves. Only love is real. Just let that sink in right into your cellular structure, right down to the flow inside you, the life force energy that is flowing in you as we've asked these channels to widen, our divine line to widen through our whole central column and all through our meridians and nadis and life force energy lines through our body and around our energy field. More flow, connecting from way above our head to way below through this divine love of light. Let it pulse. It'll coordinate with, it's like a combination of coordinating with your heartbeat and the Earth's heartbeat. You can take a screenshot if you want of that. And if you miss it, just let me know afterwards and I will include it with the recording. Oh, good. Okay. Thank you for the feedback. Awesome. Okay. So now, yeah, let's go inside. Let's go inside and just be with our own energy and see what spirit has to say to you. This is called inner presencing. You can call it meditation, but I don't call it meditation because I don't want anyone to fall asleep. So it's being still and observing what's happening inside of yourself. So let's see what picture we should. Let's turn on a little music. We'll turn on this one. And so you should hear my voice and music. And as it gets going, you can put in the chat if one of them's too loud. Okay, so let's see what picture we all want to look at instead of my face while we do this. Okay, dragons. How about the dragons? Okay, that one feels pretty good for the throat chakra. I like it. Okay, we'll get cozy. You can turn your camera, turn up the music. Thank you. I will do that. Let's do that. Like, is that a little better? I don't want it too loud, but you let me know. Okay, thank you. Oh, mind of its own. So how do we heal duality with love? Okay. Well, we recognize duality. Okay, let me turn it up a little bit more. As long as everyone can hear my voice more than the music. So we recognize how duality shows up for us, whether we think things are light and dark, good and bad, self versus another, fear versus love. We just recognize it. That's the first step. That we're in either or thinking. And so this awareness softens the grip of the separation. So we're going to embrace it, not erase it. Healing duality doesn't mean destroying one side. It means bringing both into wholeness. Love says to the shadow, you belong too. You're a teacher, not an enemy. So we shift from judgment to compassion, because judgment feeds division and compassion dissolves it. When we look at ourselves or others through the eyes of love, the duality loses its charge. Integration through the heart. The heart chakra is our bridge. It takes opposites and weaves them into harmony. So if this is where some of us get hung up, then you can ask the divine that's with us now to heal your heart. Maybe your heart feels broken. We can ask for a healing on that. Help my heart be able to handle all I'm going through. It never actually breaks, but the ego loves to say it's going to break to make it sound like it's not as strong as it is. Heart's very flexible. So we can just ask to have some more light run through the places where the heart is feeling challenged, where it's losing its chi. Maybe there's a trauma happening. Maybe there's a memory of a trauma that happened. There we go, integrating through the heart. So breathing into our heart and inviting whatever is something we're experiencing, whether it's non-integration or conflict or pain, sorrow, loss, frustration, holding all of it in unconditional love as they soften and merge. And you don't have to listen to my words if you don't want to. You can just have your own journey. So love does not choose sides, and it transcends polarity. It's a higher frequency that dissolves darkness by its very nature. Love brings duality into unity by its vibration. So when something like fear arises, panic, we could ask it, what would love say here? How can I bring love to this part of me, or this experience, or this person? Because each time we choose to include love in what we're experiencing, it rewires our nervous system, expands our soul, and teaches the body how to hold more light. Duality is healed not by fighting it, but by holding both sides in the embrace of love, like a mother holding two children who are fighting. Love is the container where opposites remember they are one. So the root of all healing is love. Beneath every wound, Beneath every sorrow lies a seed that only asks to be touched by love. The absence of love is the shadow of all suffering, the ache of separation, the hunger to be seen, the forgetting of our own light. But love is not outside of us, waiting to arrive. It's the river inside our chest, a flame already burning, a gentle hand within. When we turn inward with tenderness, when we whisper, I am enough, I am whole, I am worthy of my own embrace, the heart remembers its song. And as love returns to its home in us, the world begins to soften. Duality loses its sharp edges. Division becomes dialogue. The other becomes a mirror. To heal ourselves is to heal the world, for every act of self-love sends ripples across creation. Love is the cure, the teacher, and the truth. And when we embody it, duality dissolves into unity. And the one remembers itself through us. So I'm going to be quiet for a couple of minutes as we just let that settle and get our own unique message. So start to deepen your breath. And ask Spirit if it has one last message it wants to give you before we turn off the music and come back into circle. So as we deepen our breath and we let integration energies come in, this might actually keep rolling for a few of us here for hours into our dream time. We can allow it to go into our dream time. But there's been an expansion in these lines of energies in us. And so I'm going to put the recording on pause so we can unmute if we want to and maybe share with each other that we what we might be noticing and if that's something other than just myself that's noticing it. So it did seem like a few of us really felt that divine line open up as we brought our attention to it and asked for a healing, that the light come in to a greater degree. Um, so perhaps many of you on the recording will feel this as well as we did here right now. And I want to thank all the beings of love and light that came here today to support us and hold us and assist us creating with full source. So when I say full source, I mean the balance of the male and female energies in source. Thank you. So that more of our divine self becomes present in our being. And anything that started to get illuminated that's not complete, may we be able to process that in perfect time, whether it's in our sleep state tonight or in the next 72 hours or whenever we're ready to illuminate and integrate that shadow so it turns into wisdom and power unified together. There we go. Good. So a lot of these shadows just want to be seen. And that in and of itself, when we shine light in it, gives it permission for its next stage of evolution. Thank you. Okay, great. And so is there anything else that Spirit wants us to stay right now? Do okay, so we all ask that we're wrapped in rainbow light, gently sealing in these healing vibrations to the degrees that are appropriate. We express our gratitude for this willingness to be together, to create a space where miracles can happen, even for a second, to feel this connection to our divine light, our divine line, and to allow it to flow through our physical form from the fifth dimension, anchoring love and light on the planet into the vibration of peace on earth that resides way in the heart of earth and way in our heart centers. There we go. Good. So again, feeling that earth star chakra going all the way down to the center of earth, letting this integrate into the degrees that are helpful, useful, and appropriate for us right now. Not too much, not too little. And seeing the alpha chakra above our head is a big sun. There we go. Good. Just integrating those two. As above, so below. And until we meet again. Okay. And so I think the next one will be in October. I'll post it on my website. And I'm so grateful for all of you taking this time, whether live or on the recording, to tune in and tune up and heal duality and polarity with love. So grateful for each and every one of you and look forward to our next session together.
Thank you.